gentlemen. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, this meeting notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press on July 2nd, 2025, and has been duly advertised in the Asbury Park Press, issue of July 7th, 2025. All municipal clerks of the townships, the boroughs within the regional district have been duly notified, and the requirements for this meeting was met on July 2nd, 2025. Please stand and join me in the sorry, I'm skipping the roll call. Roll call.
Good evening. Ms. Restatola. Present. Ms. Bruno.
Yes.
Mrs. Capiello.
Here.
Ms. Butcher-Farkas.
Here.
Mrs. Higley.
Here.
Mrs. Lavin.
Here.
Ms. McCobb.
Here.
Mr. Messinger.
Here.
Mr. Bruno.
Here.
Thank you.
Now, do we have any changes?
Yes. Yes, it's okay. Yes, Mr. Bruno, in addition to the items that noted on the agenda that was pre-printed prior to the meeting, the board also discussed exception number 3, the student suspension report and student discipline matters.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve the October 16th, 2025 regular meeting?
Offer. Second.
Second by Capiello.
Yes.
Take somebody's in.
That's the team down there. Yeah. Any discussion, please? Not hearing any discussion. Roll call.
Ms. Restatola.
Yes.
Ms. Bruno.
Yes.
Mrs. Capiello.
Yes.
Ms. Butcher-Farkas.
Yes.
Mrs. Higley.
Yes.
Mrs. Lavin.
Yes.
Ms. McCobb.
Yes.
Mr. Messinger.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes. Just a note, communications are on file in the business administrator's office. And now we're going to have the superintendent report.
Great, thank you, Mr. Bruno. Good evening. To start off the meeting this evening, we're going to have one of the representatives from our executive student cabinet speak with us this evening. Blake Rabanowitz is the representative here at Colts Neck High School. But I meet with an executive cabinet monthly, a representative from each of our high schools. They were selected at the building level by their principal as an outstanding representative and leader in their school community. When we hold our board meetings at the buildings, the executive student cabinet makes a presentation, and I'm going to ask the folks that are here this evening to pay very close attention to Blake, because he also has a special announcement and some special news that he's going to share with us. So Blake, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Blake Rabanowitz, and I am a part of the Colts Neck High School as a representative for the Executive Student Cabinet. With today's meeting being held at Colts Neck High School, I'd like to share how our district's programs have shaped my educational journey over the past 4 years. One of the strengths in my mind of our high schools in the FRHSD school district is their small learning communities, including magnet and pathway programs. These communities do more than just provide career exploration. They create meaningful connections and allow you to see the same faces in lots and lots of classes. Which builds relationships with peers who share the same interests and aspirations as you yourself. Moreover, you develop bonds with teachers who understand your goals and can guide you accordingly to reach those goals effectively. The sense of belonging transforms education from something you attend into a community you're a part of, which I know firsthand because I am in 2 different small learning communities at Colts Neck High School. First, I am a cybersecurity pathway program as well as being in the Naval Junior ROTC program. First, the pathway I'll speak about is the Cybersecurity Pathway Program. This pathway prepares students for careers in the field of cybersecurity and new age of technology. This is achieved through many engaging simulations and the unique opportunity to learn from industry professionals from around the state, as well as allows you to gain first-hand knowledge of cybersecurity field. Specifically, this year in my Cybersecurity 3 class, which is a dual enrollment course through Fairleigh Dickinson University, we work on getting a certification that is nationally recognized, like the Google or Type Plus level certification, as well as all the grades also participate in the National Cyber League competition, as well as other Capture the Flag competitions throughout the year. This has allowed us where throughout these competitions, the team has never been lower than the top 100 in the nation, collectively every single year. Thank you to Mrs. Soriano, Mrs. Bravaco, and now going on Mr. Gadaletta. Moving on to another program at Colts Neck High School, the Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corporation, otherwise known as the NJROTC, or National Champions. This is a 4-year leadership program that the mission of the NJROTC is to instill in students in the United States secondary educational institutions the values of citizenship, personal responsibility, service to the United States, and sense of accomplishment, which also provides the ability to push honor, courage, and commitment to every single cadet, so that when they leave the school, they abide that by every single thing they do in life. Moreover, in every cadet that comes to our battalion, this is achieved by the instructors and the cadet staff, building cadets' individual self-confidence and leadership abilities to enable them to succeed and excel individually and collectively as a battalion to anything they do later on in their life or in the military as a whole. Additionally, there are 3 main teams: the AAD competition team, which includes athletics, academics, and drill, as well as Cyber Patriot, drone, Sea Perch, and orienteering teams, which we have placed very well in so far this year, and hopefully we'll have the same results we've had in years past this year as well. Moreover, we have once a cycle inspections, leadership classes, and naval history classes that are very comprehensive and build off each other every single year, all 4 years, so that way when you leave this program, you have a deep understanding of true naval values as well as naval history and what the U.S. Navy represents and what it stands for that makes us so powerful as a country. Furthermore, on an individual level, I have competed in the NCL, Cyber Patriot, Sea Perch, and AAD Nationals and Sea Perch in my 4 years here. Consequently, I have grown to learning to lead cadets and team effectively and efficiently with success in this, from as little as 2 people on Cyber Patriot some years to being the PT captain, where I led over 60 cadets every morning here at 6:30 in the morning, through being national champions my freshman and sophomore year, as well as placing within the top 5 last year in the virtual competition because of the government losing funding we had to do virtually last year, which hopefully we'll be back this year, but we'll see. Moreover, throughout all that, where I found is that as captain in those multiple different multitudes, I have excelled and learned how to lead the most effectively and efficiently way possible, which I will use for the rest of my life. Just recently, the things that Colts Neck High School and the district as a whole have offered through the past 4 years have allowed me to earn acceptance to United States Naval Academy.
Great job. Congratulations.
This I could have never have done without the amazing opportunities this school and this district have granted me. So I want to say a very big and humble thank you to Dr. Donahue, also as well as the vice principals and the staff here at Colts Neck High School, as well as Dr. Hazel and everyone else in this district that keeps us a strong and powerful to be one of the top districts in the state, to make it so that way we can be this successful and this challenging to other districts for this year and many more years to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You definitely have excelled in leadership, and I appreciate your service and your attention at all of our meetings. You are a fine representative of Colts Neck High School, our school district, and the Executive Student Cabinet. Congratulations on your acceptance. Thank you tonight for sharing about your experiences in the magnet program as well as the pathway programs here at Colts Neck High School. We are so extremely proud of you, and we know you're going to go on to do some great things. So congratulations to you, and I met your amazing parents that are here this evening. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us.
Where did you find out you got in? Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, but I just want to say, go Army, beat Navy.
Thank you very much.
We do have a board report tonight. I don't think I need a mic from my coaching years. We do have a board report tonight, and Mrs. Capiello, the English town rep, will do policy.
So this policy report, we actually did not meet in person because of the time frame of the date of law where we needed to institute this new policy and regulation. So we got together online, reviewed the policy back and forth with any changes or questions. So just so you know, it's a little out of the ordinary because of the timestamp. I think it's December 9th that the law becomes effective, and because of the way that board meetings fell. This policy is going to be on the agenda for, there's 3 policies and 1 regulation, and they're going to be on for approval. Usually they're on for like a first reading, and then the next meeting they're on for their final approval. But the change was made, like I said, because of time frame for the mandate of the law. So policy 2530, resource materials, has been revised to align with district practices and remove any reference of the term library. I guess library is too old in today's world. Policy and regulation 2535, silly enough, it's titled library material. In accordance with the passage of the Freedom to Read Act, school districts are required to adopt a written policy and procedure to address the curation of library material and to process any requests from individuals with vested interest to have library materials removed from school district libraries. Individuals with a vested interest is defined as any teaching staff member employed by the Board of Education, any parent of a student enrolled in the school district at the time that the removal form is filed, and any student enrolled in the district at the time the removal form is filed. So some changes, more specificity as to who those vested interest individuals are. Policy 9130, public complaints, was revised to better align with district practices and provide a current procedure while removing any reference of the term library materials as defined in the Freedom to Read Act, as well as any reference to library books. And so, like I said, they're on for the agenda for approval. And just, it seems silly to me, and I'm sure to you too, because we're eliminating the word library in one place and using it in 10 other places, but you know that's how the system works. So we're doing this so that we're compliant. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you.
Mr. Bruno, just to piggyback, just to clarify that the reason for the emergency adoption is not due to any dereliction or lack of action by the board itself. Rather, the Freedom to Read Act was adopted back in January 2025, and one of the requirements was that the Department of Education was charged with creating a model policy and creating model removal forms or petition forms. Those forms were not made available until recently, as was the policy. So the holdup was on the Department of Education's part in terms of rolling out that model policy, not on the board's part. We had to wait for the model policy to come out, and then for the board's policy provider to provide us with the policy and the regulation. So that's the reason for the emergency adoption. That's why the timeline got compressed.
Thank you. Mr. Ferrara, are there any changes to the board that you would like to make?
Yes, Mr. Bruno. So in the back there is a walking addendum item that's in the orange paper, and it's basically the approval of 3 additional advisors and coaches, basically referred to as approval area, which is G7.
G7? Okay. Now we're ready for public participation. I have Chris Starback from Moonlight Drive, 6 Moonlight Drive.
Hello, Krista Staback, 6 Moonlight Drive, Colts Neck. The fact that I'm standing here and about to say this is so outrageous to me, but I'm going to try to keep my composure. I picked up my son from school on Tuesday, and he got in the car and readily announced that the Nazi girls from Manalapan High School were transferred to his school.
Stay back.
Yes. Yes.
I apologize.
Yes.
We're going to refrain
Okay.
from personal attacks, okay?
That's
I don't think you're wearing names.
Excuse me.
okay. I will rephrase.
So I just asked, please.
Okay, that's fine. That was the language that my 15-year-old son came home and used, okay? That is not language in our home that we use at all. But I'm going to reference, and if anybody doesn't have this, I brought copies of the New York Post that references these said girls that are now students, and I won't, for the sake of my personal beliefs, repeat the disgusting, despicable nature of what was posted by these children, okay? That if an adult did this, they would be probably arrested, canceled, unhireable, and probably put in prison for terroristic acts, okay? Killing an entire population and posting about it is blank, unacceptable behavior. So, my question to the board is, when this went viral, and Dr. Hazel, I saw your comments where you noted that this does not happen in school, this is hate that comes from the home, which I completely agree with you. Who on this board chose to transfer these 2 children that, in my opinion, should not only not be allowed in public school, they should not be allowed to interact with the students of this amazing community of Colts Neck? So my question is for this board, why are they in our school? Because it's my understanding that you either have to be zoned to be here or selected to be in a program. So why do we have these children that are making headlines on the New York Post, embarrassing our community, and quite frankly, are despicable, hate-spewing people? So my question is, why are they here?
You're here. Yes.
Can anybody answer why are they here?
We can't discuss, individual student matters.
We're not asking about individuals.
Okay, that's twice. Let me just back up for a second. I'm not sure you've been to our meetings before, okay? The way the board operates, public comment, okay? The board listens to residents' concerns. It's not back and forth. It's not question and answer. Okay? The board will respectfully listen to everybody's comments, and at the end, if the board is able to, there will be a response. Otherwise, there may be follow-up from a member of the administration to speakers that speak tonight. We don't recognize shouting out from the audience. We don't recognize proxies. We run an orderly meeting, an orderly public comment. So I would just ask, please, everybody has a First Amendment right to make their comments.
Absolutely.
If you're concluded,
I'm not concluded.
not a problem.
I'm
We
going
usually
to
set
con-
aside 3 minutes per person.
Okay, that's fine.
If we get to that point, I'll just kind of wave.
That's
and
fine,
ask if
absolutely.
someone-
I'm going to conclude by saying it is my absolute mission, along with every other parent that I've spoken to today, and we have a wide reach, to get these children out of our school district. They don't belong here. They shouldn't be here. Nobody wants them here. Their own town doesn't want them. And we take them in. It's unacceptable. It's not going to happen. And these meetings are going to get more and more challenging if this is not addressed immediately. And if anybody would like to see what the children that have been just welcomed into our school are posting, here's copies here for you. Happy to share. Thank you.
Courtney McCormick. Hi, Courtney.
Courtney McCormick, 5 Coral, Lord Coltsneck. I have the same similar question, obviously. We're just curious as to why these students were transferred. And also, I'm hearing that this is something that happens quite often, moving kids around. We have our own problems with students here. I'm sure there are fights, there are things like that. We should be handling those students. We shouldn't be having kids come in who aren't a part of our programs and who don't live in town, moved into our district and made our problem and our students' problem. I have 2 students who go here, and I have a freshman. I don't want her having to interact with kids like this from other districts that are being, not other districts, other towns that are being moved here because they're not being dealt with in that community. And I get it if you think you have to separate them, whatever the system behind it is. It's not okay for our kids to have to deal with it instead of keeping them where they are or moving them out of the district completely. So as parents, I want to know, why is this something that Freehold Regional is doing when there's a problem in another building, moving them to our building and making them our problem?
Next up is Holly. Holly, you're gonna say your last name to me. Milikowski. Holly, say your last name.
Yes, Holly Mileski from 11 Clover Hill Road, Coltsneck. Good evening, Dr. Hazel and members of the Freehold Regional High School District Board of Education. I first want to read a disclaimer to let you know I'm speaking tonight on behalf of many concerned Coltsneck High School parents. However, note these statements are mine alone and do not represent any organized associations at this time. Our community is deeply concerned that several recent district decisions involving student placement appear inconsistent with protections and requirements established by both New Jersey and federal law. And that these decisions have created serious challenges to the safety, climate, and educational quality at Coltsneck High School. Number 1, as our other parents have mentioned this evening without a response, I'll raise it again. Number 1, anti-Semitic incidents, safety obligations under New Jersey and federal law. Students involved in anti-Semitic acts were reassigned to Coltsneck High School instead of receiving individualized disciplinary responses and being dealt with and managed appropriately in their own schools in which they were aligned to based on residency. This appears inconsistent with obligations under New Jersey law against discrimination, NJSA 10.5-1, New Jersey Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights, NJSA 18A 37-13, Title VI of Civil Rights Act of 1964, U.S. Department of Education OCR guidance on harassment and bias incidents. Please be made aware if you're not already. These laws require districts to prevent harassment, protect targeted students, and respond appropriately to bias-motivated behavior. Placing students involved in anti-Semitic conduct into a school with a significant Jewish population without a safety, safeguards, or parent notification seems inconsistent with these obligations. Number 2, ESL consolidation without added resources. If I make this statement and there are any inaccuracies, please do educate me. I'm open to this. But to many of our knowledge, as Colts Neck parents, the district has concentrated all regional ESL students at Colts Neck High School. Yet, to our knowledge, it's my understanding no proportional increase in staffing, supervision, counseling, or instructional support has been provided. I'll look to you for answers on this when I'm finished. The situation appears inconsistent, again, with New Jersey and federal laws. New Jersey Administrative Code 6A 16-9, programs for English language learners. Title VI, language access equity. IDEA, when ESL students also present language impacted disabilities. Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, access and accommodations. Title IX, safety and sexual misconduct response. NJDOE ELL ESLE guidance. Parents have reported safety, behavioral, and inappropriate incidents, including in our bathrooms at Colts Neck High School, and most visibly out by the lockers, exposing all of our children to these behaviors and acts. Parents have, without adequate support, supervision, language instruction, counseling to help with this integration, the district may not be meeting its responsibilities to provide equitable access and maintain a safe learning environment for our Colts Neck students. Number 3, non-resident transfers, and this includes compliance with placement and safety standards. When I say non-resident transfers, I don't only mean those who reside within Colts Neck, but...
Sorry, we're past the 3 minutes.
Yep,
just
and
sum up.
please allow me to continue. Thank you.
Please sum up.
Parents have observed transfers to Colts Neck High School who don't reside in Colts Neck. We are aware that there are many who are aligned based on where they live. However, it's also our understanding that many others outside of those territories have been permitted to attend in Colts Neck. I know personally that when I moved here, and I believe there are other parents in this room, had to show all documentation before I moved into this town from Lincroft. Every documentation proving that we're residents and pay taxes. It appears, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, that we have students who have not done this.
Excuse me, ma'am. We're past the time. Can you please?
Okay, well the final thing I'll say, I'll skip, as you're aware, at least you are now, you're in violation of many New Jersey and federal laws by actions and inactions related to these student transfers to Colts Neck High School. And let me add, we're clearly aware that the problem only gets worse, as we're anticipating who knows how many more, but a pretty significant population of students to be added to the school. Let's also add the recent transportation issues and accidents that have occurred as a result of these transfers and increased transfers to our school. And then finally, because it involves safety, I will continue speaking to make you aware that if you haven't already, that a safety team needs to be assembled in this school.
Excuse me.
Again, this is involving safety. I doubt there's anything more important that you have to say, sir, with all due respect.
Ma'am, we have a policy that we adhere to.
Safety comes before policy.
Holly.
The New Jersey law requires you to assemble and act a team to ensure that our students are safe from those who have committed anti-Semitic remarks and threats and who you have allowed into our school without notifying parents of Colts Neck High School.
Can you please step away from
I am finished with all due respect, but again, I will state that safety comes before anything that anyone has to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to personnel negotiations. We're going to take G1 through K2. Oh yeah, this is the end of public participation. I have no more sign-ups out there. So we're going to take personnel and negotiations, G1 through K2. Yeah. The entire G1 to K2. I didn't hear the second.
Is that Ms. Capiella?
Mrs. Caviola? Mrs. Caviola, will you second? Yes. Can I have discussion, board? Not hearing any discussion. Roll call?
Mr. Costello.
Yes.
Ms. Bruno. Yes. Mrs. Capiello.
Yes.
Ms. Butcher Farkas.
Yes.
Mrs. Higley.
Yes.
Mrs. Lavin.
Yes.
Ms. McCaw.
Yes.
Mr. Messinger.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we have any old business, board? Any old business you'd like to discuss? Not hearing any discussion on old business. Any new business? No new business, board? Nothing. Okay. Not hearing any new business. May I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Mrs. McCott, yeah. I need a second. Second.
Mr. Bruno, second.
Mrs. Brown. All those in favor?